Okay? Let's go out there one last time with nothing to lose.
This man knew he was getting fired. This man knew he was finna get the best of luck in your future endeavors. Speech. This man knew a pink slip was going to be in his mailbox, or he was going to get the email, please come meet with us. Or maybe when he got to the facility, his key card didn't work. The world may never know. But I know one thing's for certain. I've heard everything everybody's had to say this morning. I've heard everything everybody's had to say this afternoon. I've even heard things 5 minutes till I started recording this evening. And quite honestly,
I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest.
Let's start the video, y'all. What's good, everybody? It's Coach Phil with Coach Phil Reacts, and I am back with another video. We know why we're all here. Y'all have been hitting me up about this. Y'all have been in my DMs about this. Some of y'all have texted me and asked for me to react to this. And I'm a man of conviction. I'm a man of many, many layers. I'm like a black onion, you know? I try to see the positive in most things. And after being in Regina this past weekend, with the assumption that we had a chance against the Argos, and I look at our team, I look at our staff, our fan base, and I know I'm new. I haven't been in the game very long. You know, I'm 2 years in. Some of y'all are 20, 30, 40 years in. I've heard a lot of what y'all have had to say the last 48 hours. I semi-agree. But we're going to watch the tape first. We're going to relive this game. We're going to analyze. We're going to break down. And then at the end, I have a lot to say. And it's not y'all's opinion. It is my own. After looking at stats, thinking about things logically, this is not going to be one of those over the top, very emotional videos that you usually are used to when it comes to the Roughriders. This is more of, we need to talk. And let's think logically. Let's speak logically. And let's speak on the entire Roughrider organization, the fan base, the players, the staff, and things that have just transpired over the season and including the last 48 hours. So if you're new to the channel, run over there, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that fun stuff. And now, let's get into the video, y'all. All right, y'all. This is it right here. This is the one. I mean, what more can be said about this game? What more can I really say regarding us? Now, mind you, I'm sitting front row. I'm watching this. And I'm expecting us to do something coming out the gate. Now we take the shots early, and then we almost get it punched out. Now, mind you, I'm sitting here watching this, and I'm thinking to myself, that play is just indicative of what direction this game is going to go. I'm already feeling that feeling of, some bullshit about to happen. Let's continue.
Near midfield. What a start. It got deflected.
After review by the command center, the Saskatchewan player was down with contact at the 29.
Now you see right there, he was there. He had the ball. And he was touched.
Of this game for Dolagala. Stands in. And he completes it. A wide open Samuel Amelis, who is still on the move. Had the first down.
Now this is what we should have been doing most of the daggum game. Spreading the ball out, getting it around, making something happen. Right up the seam and on the money, touchdown. Right to the KSB.
Just like that.
It's KSB. I know he missed the early part of the season, but KSB's the weapon. He's one of the big weapons. This is a four-man show out there. Slide backs and receivers. So look right here. Watch. Boom. Right at him. Hit him. Give it to him. All right, now Chad was out there.
Second and 9 and throwing and completing 2 up.
Now what was frustrating about most of this was that butt naked. Just butterball naked open. And AJ got the ball. On a counter. I don't even think it was a counter. It was just a jump cut, a simple jump cut, and he was right there in the end zone. Now watch. Look at the block. He doubled down on him right there, the tackles. Didn't even touch him. And he still gets in. All right, now. Great throw. Great damn throw. Jake was starting out. He was starting out early. Right out there. Sideline. Now this is where I was like what I was liking. Sean cutting up. Playing with that man. Man of the people. Love it. Mr. 1K himself. There are moments in the game like this where it's just frustrating because people don't realize those catches mean something as far as getting into a rhythm for a receiver, a slot back. Just in football in general, those catches are key. And he may not have scored on that one, but it still gets us into a rhythm and gets the receivers into a rhythm where it's like, okay, I'm getting hot, I'm getting warmed up, and by maybe early third, midway through the third quarter, when you have the lead man, those are the catches that keep the drives going. We could be back on the 40 or the 45 and we still getting those little catches right there. It makes sense, but we're in the red zone for some reason. We get there and we stall, or the ball hits the hands, and whether it's too hard, you can say, oh, it hit his hands too hard. Oh, it wasn't precise enough. All that. No, it hits your hands. You got to get that. So why can't we reel it in? That's what I want to know.
Time of Schaefer Baker. Tie game 7-7 from the Argo 20.
7-7 right now.
A look into the end zone. Little bumping there and
overthrowing and throwing the double. Field goes up. And it's good.
It is through.
All right, so now we 10-7. Now he's getting held.
Trying to find an open receiver, and he does. That is caught by David Ungwer.
Unbelievable.
On the first down.
Now that was what we needed.
Before Kelly could get it away and a live ball is out. Who's got it? Riders looking for a big time.
And we got that. We got that. Beautiful.
Kelly coughs it up.
But we needed more of that. Most of the season, we needed that. We didn't get those strip sacks. We didn't get those a lot of the season, but we were showing it early. Jake throwing it down. Samuel. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Now we switch field. Now I thought there was a flag or something, but no. And then that.
Snuffing out that drive by Saskatchewan.
Like football team.
That's an interesting idea. Can you imagine?
Now, Maul.
There's Jamal Mora.
I don't give a damn what anybody has to say anymore about Jamal Mora. Jamal has been our MVP since LDC, most of the season, and people were critical about Maul. People were speaking, saying, "Oh, Maul should be on the bench. Oh, Maul shouldn't be starting. We can't win with Maul." But Maul is the one that, regardless, in a passing era, you still need a solid run game. And Jamal has been that rock that we needed. He's been reliable. He's made plays. Now, there were some games where, he didn't crack 100, but those yards that he got still made up for the lack of passing that we were able to complete, the passing plays, lack of completions, all that. You still can hand the ball to Maul and get it to him, and he'll still rack up 4, 5, 6 yards on a carry. But people are so over dramatic and critical about the run game, and we got the guy to run the ball. So why does everybody feel like we don't need Maul? We need Maul. So shut all that up. Shut it up.
Mentioned him just heading into the break. There's his biggest carry.
Right there. Little jailbreak right there. This is getting Sean in space. Look at that. Look at him. Look at my boy go. Look at him. Look at him work.
And still in, and a 2nd and 9.
Jake slanging it. Showtime. Samuel, and get the boot. You don't know what you have until it's gone, and we got a gamer. We got a gamer, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him. Pushing downfield. Got outside. Had the DB looking. Still had him looking in the backfield. Wide open. Make a play. Make a play, Sam. Now, AJ got the rock, the Viking. But this is what's frustrating. Let's go back for a second. I want to go back. I want us to really see this again. I want to break this down real quick. Now, great. Okay, that's great. Now, watch AJ work. AJ moving on a swivel. AJ moving on a swivel. A Marshawn Lynch run. But I really want y'all to see the holes. I want you to see how just crucial that line play is. If you win in the trenches, you're going to win every damn game. Or you'll be in the fight a lot longer than just the second quarter. A lot of teams have a good line, but they wear down easily. I give respect to Toronto's line because they make holes for AJ, even Andrew. Any back they got, they are going to make holes for them. 8 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, they're going to gain yards. It's like Bill Belichick's philosophy. All we need is 1 yard. Get a yard. They get it. But they have a running back that runs on a swivel. And every running back's run style is different. But AJ has such a Marshawn Lynch style. It's hard to bring him down. You see how hard it is. You saw how hard it was to bring down Marshawn. Very similar style. I got to give credit where credit is due. AJ is just that dude, man.
AJ Ouellette has been chasing a milestone.
Just rolling. All right, now Chad's back. Chad's out there still. Little flare.
In his second year out of Bryant.
All right, now here we go. But they still.
Just takes it, and how do you draw that one up?
Well, you don't.
Just being creative on the fly. And AJ again. Ooh! Good hit. Up the numbers. Field goes up. And it's good. All right, second quarter now it's 10-17. But we're playing so far off.
First and 10 after 30, complete again. Short pass to Dejon Brissett.
3 people on him.
On average.
And with that previous pass,
Just moving. Just behind it. Oh, God. Their backs are really good.
Complete to Tommy Neal.
All right.
Cross midfield. Next Saturday.
They're not in a rush. But they take their damn shot downfield, and by God, I watched our defense get torched. I watched, not even our full defense, our secondary just get torched majority of the season. And I saw majority of the times, correct me if I'm wrong. So on one side of the field, you got one of the corners. I think most of it was Nick. Nick was playing straight up. Nick wasn't playing inside. Nick wasn't playing outside leverage, giving inside or outside leverage. He was just straight up on him like, I got it. But on the other side, we got somebody playing off. We got the other DB playing off. So I don't know if it was like a split field coverage. I don't know. I feel like it was a split field coverage. But if you're going to play like a cover 2 on one side and you got him playing a cloud or playing low, you got to have help over top. And there was no help over top. Like I don't know if he was passing it off to the safety back there to take right field, but nobody was there. So you're going to get torched. We did the same thing to them on Sam's touchdown. We took advantage of that. But for us, it's like, for Toronto, it's not that often where a deep ball is going to expose that secondary. That secondary is really stout. But for us, that's a big play to give up because we can't. We're bend don't break. We're not even bend don't break. We're rubber. Like we're this way, that way, this. We're like a slinky. Our defense is like a slinky going downstairs. We go this way, we go that way. I really hope I'm right about that if it was just a split field coverage, but what can you do? Great play. And I like Kosi. Kosi has made some big plays for them this season. Even early on when they had the game against Montreal, he made big plays. It was what it was. Watch it right here. Saved. And I see. He had the intermediate. Nick was on his own island. All right. 16-17. This big run was ridiculous. What the hell are our run fits? I just want to know that. What the hell are our run fits on this defense? Because majority of the season, we've had issues going up against run game and against teams that have good running backs or just a great run game in general. What are our run fits? What is the gap control? What are we doing? Like what? I just want to know that. What am I missing here? What are we missing here? Because I'm seeing it. I'm in the middle of the game. I'm watching. I see these big runs happen. It's like you don't give those up unless you're tired or there's miscommunication or whatever. But there should never be miscommunication in just the run fits or the run defense. For those of y'all that don't understand that don't know about this, I won't say understand, but let me try to put it out there. Okay. When you call a defense, the first thing you teach your defense is to what? Stop the run. We have not been able to stop the run all damn year. If nothing else fails, you stop the run. Why do you think linebackers read step? Why do you think a linebacker's first job is run? Why do you think everybody in the box's job is run first? You read step for a reason as a linebacker. Set yourself up to look for run first, then drop in your coverage if you have to. It's just for those that don't know what a read step is just a quick little jab step, like boom, boom, and then reset. Our backers just, and I'm not, and again, I want to preface this by saying we got some good backers. We got some really good backers out there, but where's the fits? Where are y'all at? Are you watching for the pass first? Because if you're looking for the pass first, you're in trouble. So I don't know. This has been going on all season, but this game it just proves we weren't run first a lot this season. And we feel like we're playing on our heels. You never want to play on your heels as a defense. The lanes are there. They're getting 5. They're getting 6. Great catch.
to the right as well. Spirits up, don't they?
All right, now it's 19-17, third quarter.
And now trailing for the first time in this game, the Riders with the ball.
Now right here, we're playing for our lives right here.
That is
2nd and 7, short.
Needs inches and has that, and then a few
Squeeze it in there.
up across the 50 to keep this one going.
Here we go. Jake dropping. Inside right there. Boom.
Completing again, MLS.
Got it.
In there.
Another one. So the drive was moving. Thinking, all right, we're going to be good.
And the Toronto 40
Outside. Could have put a little more outside, but, you know, got it there.
and 2 downs to get there.
This run.
You've got more. Down to the 30
But
before
we needed
they
those.
down. Setting up a
Slip.
screen to Morrow. And he breaks loose.
Maul working.
4 yards. He gets it down.
That's how you fight for yards.
The 10 of the Argo 10. Little fake. And a quick
Ah,
hit
short.
to Kean Schiefer-Baker. 2nd and goal.
Squeeze it in.
To break the play.
Got in there. Now,
And the Riders have taken
at this moment, I'm thinking we just need one more touchdown. We're up 4. Get the extra point. We up 5. We can get the lead to 11 or 12. We're good.
Convert the touchdown and field goal game.
Golagala. Flag is out and looking to
And how he got that in there, I have no idea.
by Schiefer-Baker.
I have no idea how Jake got that in there. But that was a hell of a throw and a hell of a catch.
After review by the command center, it's an incomplete pass.
And he was out of bounds.
On Saskatchewan will be declined. The convert is no good and over.
To make sure that
So
this
now-
team is ready, he couldn't just rest everyone. Spinning off on that carry.
All right.
Jamal Morris.
Here really has a
We're down to 2 minutes.
Blitz coming. Golagala
Still need a little, needed one more just to even get an 11-point lead would make a difference for us.
Schiefer-Baker and a first down for the Riders.
We played so many close games.
Hungry, trying to stay alive.
There are moments like this where you have to end the quarter with a score. And just right down the damn middle, attack that middle.
Hope's alive. Another blitz coming. And
But that sack,
coming.
the sack, man, the sack. Toronto made plays in the moments when they needed it. It was calculated. We weren't prepared for the DB blitzes that were coming. I feel like a lot of times during the season, we did not make really good second half adjustments. We didn't do the things that we were supposed to do. And the funny thing is the score says we weren't playing from behind, but we were playing behind just as a unit. We were so used to just trying to hold on. It looked like we were trying to hold on to the lead because we were scared of losing it. And there was many times since LDC where a no lead was safe for us. And those are the worst times as a team, especially the last game of the season where you know there's no tomorrow, it's do or die. Like you don't. And for example, I'll even give you a prime example. Okay, this is just for me. It rings true, even though we haven't been to a Grey Cup in a while. I'm gonna reference like the Buffalo Bills from the 90s. Okay. If you ever seen the documentary, it's a great documentary, ESPN 30 for 30. It's Four Falls of Buffalo. And for those of you that know, the Buffalo Bills, they went to 4 straight Super Bowls. I think it was 90, 91, 92, and 93. They played the Giants, Redskins. Back then, the Redskins. Don't cancel me. And then 2 straight against Dallas. The first one they lost on, obviously we all know the first one they lost off of Scott Norwood. Missed field goal was what it was. Second one, Thurman Thomas's helmet, but they got obliterated. That was a great Washington team. The third one got ass whooped from the jump. But the fourth one is the one that's pivotal because they had the lead in the first going into halftime. And Steve Tasker said when they got to the locker room, there was no sense of urgency. They were playing scared. And they were playing scared due to the fact that they had lost 3 straight and they didn't feel like any lead was safe. I referenced that because we played like we were scared of losing the lead. Instead of being aggressive or just having a confidence or air that we were going to have this W with 17 seconds left in the third quarter, that sack to me sitting there and talking with, some of the other Rider fans that were sitting in my section, we all felt the same. Like, ooh, that sack was a little pause. That sack was a little different. It had a message behind, like, ooh, we in trouble. But hopefully, we were thinking, all right, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
In off the edge was Mason Pierce. Second and 18.
And DB blitz, man, undefeated. Here comes another one. So we're playing second, and then we freaking fumble. And Winton got it, and Winton, being Winton, one of the best in the business, man. Winton McMahon. Winton McManus, man. Shout out to Winton, man. One of the best. All right, so Duke was in. Dukes, excuse me. How the hell just 4 or 5 people struggle to tackle one receiver? All season, we have struggled with damn tackling. How do you struggle with tackling every single damn game? I just want to know.
Make those decisions.
Field goes up, and it's good. So it's 22-23 right now. Again, crucial moments. We're attacking attacking the soft coverage. Another sack. Rough in the passer though.
1 point lead to the right and caught down near the 40.
Okay. Field goes up. Got in there. All right, now it's 22-26. A minute 55 left. I was hoping. The energy was high, but this run breaking our back. We got a 4-point lead. We had the pick. That damn interception should have been ours, and we would be in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, we would be in the playoffs. That would have put the game away. We didn't capitalize in big moments like that. It's not that we're not capable of it. It's just we did not secure the bag. We did not secure the W at all. And now they're going into with the third down. We got the lead. All we got to do is manage the damn clock. Manage the damn clock.
Incomplete. Third down coming up.
We had it. 3rd and 10. It was rocking.
Caught Sindani.
And that damn catch right there.
Richie Sindani. Inside the 30. 1st and 10. Barely a minute left. Down near the...
I want to understand why, and watching from my angle, I knew it. He was going to get inside position because his back was to the ball. His back was to the play. And I understand you got to watch both the receiver and see, but you got to see ball, get ball. You got to put yourself in position. And he tried. I will give it to him. He tried his best to put himself in position to either deflect it, but once he had his shoulder out, like he just had the inside position. He just had it. He had it. The little things. That's the little things that define a championship caliber team and a team that's just trying to get into the dance. Toronto's been there. They were there last year. They know it. I said the same thing about Winnipeg. It's those little details that you don't really notice, but it's the position. It's finding the ball. It's putting the ball in the place where you need to get it for the receiver to get it and make the play. We should have got him off the field in that 3rd down across the middle. I understand that. But this right here was just it just wasn't it.
5, it is caught by DeMonte.
So a minute or two.
It'll be 1st and goal Toronto, needing a touchdown.
No excuses. It's just what it was. All right, now 1st and goal, minute left, and the run. We couldn't damn tackle.
And they have gone in front.
You can't teach. You just can't. You can teach it, but it just comes with heart. I'm never gonna quit. I'm not even gonna say that. Let's right here. Watch. He bobbed and weaved, got in there. Just got in there. Zit.
Off to the right.
Why? Why? Why would you throw that? I don't even think he scanned the field and looked left. We're all standing. I'm watching. And this is the craziest part of it all. This is the absolute craziest part. We were dinking and dunking. And I could be right. I'm trying to remember like very clearly like this drive. I think like 2 drives we had where we were dinking and dunking. And the play before this, Jake threw it to Picton. And where he placed the ball, Picton had to turn inside. We didn't have any. We had 1 timeout left, but I think it was this drive or maybe it was the next drive because we did the interception. I think we stop him and then we get the ball back. But I just don't understand, like, why would you throw it there and make him turn inside when you need to get him to turn outside and get him out of bounds? Stop the clock. We conserve the time. We have the timeout. We still can move downfield, play the sideline, keep throwing it to the boundary, and we can get in the field goal position and tie it up and go into overtime. Now, with Toronto, I don't think we would want to go to overtime, but hell, you never know what you can do until you actually try. But that wasn't throwing the double cover. Sean is damn near double. He's wedged in like peanut butter and jelly on Wonder Bread. But why would you force that? I don't know. Big play. Big damn play. I hope they show that last drive we got. Watch. He did not even look left. He just threw it to double.
The Torontoargonauts.
Okay. So it's time. We got to talk, y'all. We have to talk. We got to break this down. This video is already 27 minutes, but I need to get this off my chest now. So let's wrap, y'all. Mr. DJ, you cut the Moesha music. Much better. Now, let's talk. It's time. It is time to assess the state of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, what I think, how I feel, and what I think we need to do. A lot has transpired since Saturday, and let me just get big screen on y'all real quick because it's time we talk. So, where do we even begin? Let's start with the elephant in the room. We all know what happened today. Craig was let go. Let me just say, I do not get any joy out of anybody losing their job. We all are working class people. No matter if you're a professional athlete, whatever the case may be, we all have to work. And in this business, it's a result business. You got to update your resume. I feel like Craig Dickinson walked into a job that he was in over his head about. It's easy to sit there and take a team that was built by another man and take that team to the West Final, lose the way you did, and then think, all right, we're going to be back. We have spent the last 2 years losing. We are 0-14. We are 0-14 after I think it was like after LDC or whatever it is. We are 0-14. We struggle with a lot of things. And I think it was time for a new voice. Sometimes it happens. You need a new voice in there. But as we saw in the intro, Craig said one last time, maybe he knew. Maybe he didn't. But at the end of the day, the man still lost his job. And I see a lot of people have been saying, oh, we should have fired Craig Reynolds. Oh, we should have let go of Jeremy O'Day. Jeremy didn't deserve the 3-year extension. Let me say this about that. Craig Reynolds is good at business. He just knows the business side of things. I got to give credit where credit is due. Craig knows business. Craig is a really good dude. I've met Craig. I've spoken with him. He's a really good guy. Do I think Craig needs to just kind of like we need to bring somebody in that knows football a little more? Probably. But to sit there and say we need to get rid of Craig Reynolds, you don't know what you have until it's gone. Because at the end of the day, it's a money-driven business. We're going to make money. We got to make money. Whether you like it or not, we got to make money. Craig's an asset. Jeremy O'Day. I really haven't I haven't met Jeremy. I haven't really had a conversation or anything like that. He sounds like a cool dude. But at the same time, I also understand the role he plays he could be an asset as well. Everybody is so quick to say, fire him, fire him, fire him. Well, how do you know the next person you bring is going to be successful here and how the culture is here? Maybe the culture does need to be reset. Maybe we do need a new culture as far as a new regime, whatever the case may be. But it's figurative. Anything could happen. But everybody wants to clean house. Oh, we need to go get Milanovic. We need to go get this. We need to go get that. You need to get somebody from a football perspective, as a head coach, you need to get somebody that's balanced in everything. I'm sick and tired of always hearing people say, oh, we need to get an offensive guru. Okay, you might have an offensive guru, but your defense is going to suck. Yeah, you put a lot of points up on the board, but are you winning games? Offense does put asses in seats, but defense wins championships, and that will always be the case. I don't care what anybody says, defense wins championships. You need your defense. So we need to get somebody in here that knows enough special teams, knows enough defense, knows enough offense, but also knows how to doesn't micromanage and lets people and leads the men into battle. He prepares his staff correctly, and his message is concise, precise, and effective. I heard a lot of the radio shows about what Craig was saying. A lot of things Craig said was just that old coach jargon. It just it got monotonous after a while. It was the same thing over and over. I heard people talk about, oh, they went bowling. Okay, that's subjective. Team bonding is one thing, but Craig, come on. We got more important things to do than just bowling. Now, I don't really know who we should go get. I'm still learning about more of the other coaches, that the past coaches or guys that are on other staffs. I'm learning about that as well. So I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk and act like I know every DC or OC, all that stuff. But we need to get somebody in here that can be good at a little bit of everything and can be the head coach. We don't need a guy that's just, oh, he's the offensive coordinator and the head coach and the general manager. We need somebody that's going to be, you be the head coach, you be the leader, you be the head, not the tail, and you set us up for success. Now, the players. Tevin needs to be re-signed. Why we didn't use Tevin as much down the last 7-game stretch, I have no idea. But I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to be very, very clear. We need to re-sign Tevin Jones, and we need to use Tevin a little more. I don't know why we didn't use Tevin. Maybe it was a package thing, whatever the case may be, but you need a guy like Tevin who, it's crazy to even say this, and I know probably people are going to eviscerate me for this. I don't really care. We potentially could have had 3 or 4 receivers, slot back, whatever you want to call it, over 1,000 yards. If the cards were played right, we could have had 4 people with 1,000 yards, maybe even one with 900. We could have had a 1,000-yard rusher. On top of that as well, we could have had a lot of things offensively. But when you try to do when your offense becomes predictable, you're going to struggle. I understand we got KSB back. Use KSB. He's incredible. KSB is incredible. But when you have a Tevin Jones, or Picton, no disrespect to Picton, but he had his moments. But you can use Tevin more than use Picton. It's just what it is. But Picton is also our Wilatarski. He's a guy that we need. We got to have those guys depth wise who can come in, give the guys, a breather, and then still can be 2, 3, 4 catches, but 2, 3, 4 catches that are crucial for us, our second down pieces. We didn't do that. So we need to re-sign Tevin. Now, Sean. We need to keep Sean. We got to keep Maul. We got to, and people say, oh, what if we had Trevor Harris, things would have been different. We don't know that. All we know, we went through 3 quarterbacks. We went through Trevor. He got hurt. Mason got hurt. Jake went out there and did what he had to do. Now, if we had Jake earlier in the season, like first game, who knows what would have happened. But we got to make a decision at QB. Are we going to work with Trevor? Are we going to ride with Trevor? Or are we going to keep bringing up Jake? In my humble opinion, we need to keep Trevor, but we need to start Jake. Jake has some redeemable qualities, but we need an OC that can use Jake in ways that are to his strengths. We can't put a square peg in a round hole. We have assets and weapons in the receiving core that can do bubble screens, jailbreak screens. We have guys that can stretch the field like Sam. We got guys like KSB who can be a red zone threat. We got Tevin who could be a second down specialist. We got guys that, and Tevin can go across the middle and make plays and get yak. Like, we have such a diverse offense. We just got to use it correctly. But if we sit in here fumble fucking around all the damn time trying to just, we're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at this offense, what are we doing? Okay, that's offense. Oh, and we have got to shore up the offensive line. We have got to get the offensive line healthy. Nothing else. The trend, if anything, number one, we need to shore up the trenches, offensive line and defensive line. We need guys that are going to be play just plain nasty. We are losing the trench war every damn week, and it's not from effort. It's the fact that injuries have killed us. It's the fact that we moving the guys around. It's the fact that the offense was just monotonous and just predictable and frustrating. And our offensive line, I don't even think I even saw the offensive line was second level. And lastly about the offense, I'm gonna move on to the defense. We got to figure out what our offensive identity is. Are we pass heavy? Are we 60-40? Are we run 60-40? What are we? What is our offensive identity? And whatever that identity is, you establish the foundation from jump at training camp, and you build on it and you adjust. And when you get to midseason, you might have to make those midseason adjustments. All right, we're going to switch gears. We're not going to get away from our core stuff, but we need to add a little this, a little this, a little that. Maybe it's like cooking. A little paprika here, a little pepper, a little Mrs. Dash, little Johnny's, a little slap your mama, a little this, a little that, but not too much, but still have your core stuff that makes the meal great. We have not done that. We don't know what we are. We've got so many pieces. We haven't been able to just define what our identity is all season. It is absolutely ridiculous. So if Jeffries is going to stay, he better figure it out. Because we can't have another season like this where the offense is just doing donuts in the parking lot of a Fred Meyer at 11 o'clock at night. If you know, you know. Now, the defense. By God, our defense was just lackadaisical at times. I'm just going to say it. We were lackadaisical on defense. Our defensive coordinator did not put our guys in position to be successful. We were playing such soft coverage at times. We were playing off way too much at times. We were playing on our heels. We weren't aggressive at times. To be honest with you, to be like really frank with you, for 20 weeks, I really didn't see us send any different blitzes. The teams that have been successful this season on defense have mixed up their blitzes and also mixed up their coverages. We played the same damn soft coverage all season. Why? Why were we playing such soft-ass coverage and just... We got exposed. We got exposed so many times over the top. The hashes across the middle. And I know you, and here's the thing. This is the thing that I want people to understand about defense. You can't stop everything. You got to pick and choose what you're willing to give up. But what you pick to give up, you better be half decent at stopping it. It's 50%. We gave up everything but the pig's foot. Maybe not even the pig's foot. We gave up the pig's tail. We didn't even give up the pig's tail. I don't understand like what our strength was. We've got assets. We've got pieces. We got downright studs. But if you're not using those studs' strengths, what are we doing? You have to have guys that you have to use. And a lot of times coaches, they get so stuck in my system. Bruh, your system ain't everything. You got to work around the pieces that you have. Make your defense be the umbrella, and the guys are what protects it and makes. And you have to gel with that. You gotta give a little to get a lot. We didn't do that. We couldn't tackle for shit all season. Tackling is it's all heart. There are times, man, we had 3-4 people trying to tackle one guy and he got away. Sometimes that shit happens, but not every game. It felt like every game we were giving up tackles. Just big plays that didn't even need to be big plays. Small plays turn into big plays just off of lack of ability to tackle. And I know people want to sit there and say, well, in the coverage game, Nick Marshall was nowhere to be found. Okay, Nick, I'd rather have Nick than not have Nick at all, because when Nick does make plays, it's in big moments. There was 2 games in a row earlier in the season where he had back-to-back crucial interceptions that sealed the game for us. But also there were games where Nick was just getting exposed. He's an athlete. Nick Marshall's an athlete. But just because you're an athlete doesn't mean you are going to be the best of the best. But I like to think that, knowing what I know of Nick Marshall, what I've seen from college, in the CFL, all that, I know what Nick can do. He's a gambler. He's going to take chances. He's going to take risks. But when he does gamble and there's success, it's big. So we got to work with that. We got to work with that. Now, lastly, I want to say this directly to the Rider fan base. I love y'all. I love the Rider fan base. But I'm going to be direct with y'all, and I'm going to be straightforward with y'all. Relax. See this right here? I got this. I want to get real close. Y'all know what this is. This is 2013's ring, okay? I love this ring. I love this ring a lot because I love the organization. I love the fans, and it represents success. It's a beautiful ring. But 2013 is long and gone. That was 10 years ago. We have got to stop thinking that 2013 is going to happen again. It's not. It's the same thing Seahawks fans had to go through. I'm always speaking just from experience. When we won the Super Bowl in 2013, it was one of the greatest moments of my life. Seeing that and experiencing that, you remember that. You hold on to that forever. But I also know what happened the next year when we tried to repeat. Y'all went through the same thing as Rough Rider fans when Darian Durant got hurt and there was no repeat. And I understand why y'all hold on to 2013 so near and dear to your heart. It's a great memory. But I had a conversation with somebody, and I posed the question. I was at the airport coming home, and I was like, we're on the phone, we were talking, and it was like, I posed the question. I said, would you rather have not won a Grey Cup in over 8,000 days like the Ticats, or would you rather have 4 Grey Cups in over 104 years? And the most recent one was 10 years ago. And they agreed. They'd rather have the 4 Grey Cups, 104 years. Respect that. But the game has changed so much that a lot of the fans are so focused on recreating that magic from 2013. It's not going to happen. You can't recreate what happened. You can make something new. We focus too much on the past. We are so hell-bent on the past that we can't move forward. And in order to move forward, you got to let the past go. It happened. It was great. But we got to establish something new here and maybe make new memories, new opportunities, and seize a chance for a Grey Cup. I know there's fans that have been season ticket holders for 20, 30, 40 years. That's great. I love that. That loyalty is everything. But don't be a fair weather fan, because I saw a lot of you season ticket holders that were leaving the game with a minute or so left to go, walking up the stairs and heading to the concourse and leaving. If you say you a season ticket holder and you love this team, stick by your team. I'm the type of person, I'm going to stay at the game till it's 0-0, and I'm going to show love regardless. I don't give a damn how bad the ass whooping is. You stay all the way through and support and love. And some people are not built like that. That's fine. That's you. Me, I'm with you. I'm with you all the way to the ship go down, and it's like the Titanic. So don't sit there and be critical and be like, oh, I love this team, but I'm going to walk away and be fair weather. No, stick by the team, show the team love, and be supportive and do that. I understand you guys are upset because of the prices are going up and business and all that stuff, but look here. You either love your team or you don't love your team. Love them, be supportive, do all that. And I know this is coming from somebody who's only been a fan a couple years, but I've been around football all my life, and I understand fans love their team. They're devoted, but you got to be realistic sometimes. You have to go through a rebuild, and I know it's tough. I know fans want a Grey Cup, a Grey Cup so bad. But it's a process, and you have to trust the process. You may not like it, but if you all in, we always say hashtag all in green, but are you really all in, or are you just saying that because it's trendy to say that? I don't know. But at the end of the day, y'all, the only place we can go is up. It might be slow. It might even be fast. But you want to find a good pace, and you just want to keep going. I'm not going to compare us to other teams in the CFL because every organization is different. But I can only speak on the one that I am a fan of and I adore and I fell in love with. We got a lot of work to do. So either you're all in or you're not. I see a lot of people say, I'm giving up my season tickets and all that. Okay. Different strokes for different folks. But don't come back and sit there and say you always support the team when they do win a Grey Cup. Because you left. So either be all in or be all out. So I told y'all this wasn't going to be nothing overly emotional. I told y'all this wasn't going to be nothing crazy, but it is what it is. Back-to-back seasons of not making the playoffs. Back-to-back seasons of not being in the Grey Cup hunt. It's tough. But got a lot of work to do. The organization has a lot of work to do. Players got a lot of work to do. Who knows what will happen? But at the end of the day, continue to be great, strive for greatness, all that jazz. It's still all in green over here, baby. We out of here, y'all.